Twitch just made a big change to their exclusivity policy for partners, but what does that really mean for all streamers going forward? Is this a win? Well, I think the best place to start is we need to dive into what Twitch actually said to its partners. Starting today, you are now allowed to create live content on other platforms. This means that you have more flexibility to explore how to use different off-platform features to further build your community and interact with streamers off Twitch. When we developed the partner program, we felt it was important for streamers to focus solely on Twitch for live streaming to build their communities. We still believe that Twitch is the best place for creators to build and engage with their communities. We also recognize that the digital landscape has changed since we first introduced the partner program, and that many of you engage with your communities in many different places. So we're updating our policy. We will no longer be enforcing this portion of your agreement, and we will be updating the terms early next year. To clarify, we do not allow simulcasting on web-based Twitch-like services that support streaming for extended periods of time, such as YouTube and Facebook, because we believe engaging with two streams at once can lead to a suboptimal experience for your community. However, we know that many of you want to use other services to grow your community. So simulcasting on short-form mobile services such as TikTok or Instagram Live is allowed. All right, I want to take a moment and break down this article here because it's got a lot of important things and what it means to you. First of all, let's talk about how Twitch actually realizes that the digital landscape is changing and thus they have to change with it or at least evolve. And that is a win for all creators and streamers on Twitch, starting with partners and hopefully trickling down to affiliates and everyone else. We all know that many of us already create multiple types of content on different platforms, from Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and sometimes we do that simultaneously. And yes, partners do this too, just nobody's catching them because nobody cares. I feel like the exclusivity clause is for the people that are under those big contracts, but now they won't have any repercussions as long as they follow this. And I assume that they're trying to target more of the TikTok people, which we'll get to in just a moment. But this is a win. However, it is not a big a win as you may think, because we can only target the mobile streaming services, which is still good, but that's just such a small number that won't have really a good CTR. It won't have a good click-through rate to transfer viewers or audience members from one platform to the next. When short-form content is being viewed, I'm sorry, people just swipe or move on to the next thing that's in their feed. It's very hard to get somebody to click out of that app or from that web-based service and then move to another destination to grab their attention. Yeah, you may get a small number, which is still good, but it's not as big as you may think. Now, I want to talk really quick about the simulcasting for when you do mobile-based services. Right now, it's really talking about targeting TikTok. TikTok is a huge giant and it's a juggernaut. And I feel like Twitch doesn't know how to compete against this. They don't do much with their clips-based search engine that they don't have, or do anything with clips. So I feel like this is their alternative that they're coming up with. However, the TikTok live streaming experience, from what I've seen from friends and myself and other people that have used it, it's not good. It's actually an extremely toxic environment. And I know many people that make awesome content just get berated with bad comments and bad things that go on to where people don't want to do it. So I don't think people are really going to have that much fun with the TikTok experience trying to pull that toxicity over to their safe spot on Twitch. Instagram, not as bad. You've probably cultivated a better community and audience there, but still getting those people to transfer over is going to be extremely tough. However, buried within the article here, if we read this correctly, it says, to clarify, we do not allow simulcasting on web-based services, just like Twitch, which would be Facebook and YouTube, which are the two biggest competitors at the moment. But it doesn't say anything about you not being able to stream on those after or before your Twitch stream. And that can be a huge win. You can now gather communities on these other platforms and then hand off to your other platform to grow that community. If you have a huge community on YouTube, you can start a just chatting or a welcoming or a starting stream there and then migrate all those users to Twitch and build your community there. or vice versa. Have your stream on Twitch. Hey, you want to do a wrap up at the end? Then you can transfer all those people to your YouTube channel to help grow that and get it more discovered. That is the real win here that I want you to understand, is the wording shows that you can actually stream on these different platforms, just not at the same time. And that still is a win for discoverability, searchability, and growing your community audience and your brand. However, at the end of the article, it does say that they're committed to having an open dialogue and they want to hear back from their partners, and they're going to get more feedback at a certain date. And we'll know more information once the VOD is released later on that week. I kind of have a feeling a lot of the wordings in this policy will change because things still have to be in the best interest of Twitch, because Twitch, after all, is a business, and their first priority isn't really the content creator, it's making money because it has to keep the company afloat, and then it will be about creators. So I imagine a lot of the terminology in the policy will change, and maybe they will, reel back some things, or maybe they'll allow people to simulcast on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or whatever you want. Heck, they may allow a small number of exclusive people to test it out, which I think would be the best way of figuring out if this would work. A lot of people don't succeed with simulcasting because Twitch is right. It doesn't make for an optimal experience when you're watching someone. Their attention is divided normally between the content that they're providing on screen and the chat. Now you're adding in another chat or a multiple chats that probably aren't integrated into one channel. When other people are talking, people don't know who they're talking to. You don't know who you're replying to and following up with. It can make for a cluster of a channel. Luckily for you, I'm going to show you how to make everything super easy if you do plan on multi-streaming to these mobile streaming services and Twitch or any website in general. So make sure you hit that big subscribe button, but I just wanted to bring you some little bit of clarity for this, and I'll follow up on it when I get a little bit more information. Take care, everyone. Have a good one. And as always, peace.